Alright, just let the Discord server know. Alright. Alright. We are underway here. Welcome back. We got the BB26 live show towards the end of week 3 here. Pretty crazy week, all things considered. But yeah, we got a pretty interesting series of events from the previous set of episodes here, with Tucker not using the veto on himself and then proceeding to go on a bit of a rampage here that we'll probably get to see a good amount of on tonight's episode leading into the actual competition here. But as you can see here, we currently have 2 people on the block as opposed to 3. This is mainly because Cedric had initially put up Mackenzie as 3 nom, only for Mackenzie to pull out her America's veto, meaning that we will find out who the 3rd nominee is tonight, and in turn we'll get an AI arena competition just to set the stage here. If Tucker's on the block on eviction night, he should be going home. I think that's pretty clear at this point. Now, I know there has been some talk about how the vote between Quinn and Tucker could be pretty close. And to be fair, you never really know what will happen, but I do think it will lean towards Tucker going home regardless. I feel like there's just not enough time to really flip the vote, but you never know. Hey, Blue, glad you could join us here. Yeah, we got a pretty interesting night ahead of us. Sorry, I'm a little late. Well, running a little late and had to get myself some food. I gotta finalize my Stockwatch picks. By the way, Stockwatch was a pretty big disappointment. I feel like last season I did a lot better, but I feel like this season, like, I'm just kind of not in it, and I feel like I'm just catching people at the wrong time. What? Do I just go in on Chelsea? Yeah, I'm just gonna go in on Chelsea. Yeah. Yeah, this has been very devastating. I just get absolutely hosed here. Oh, Brooklyn's more expensive than Chelsea. I did not expect that. But anywho, that's what I'm doing here in the draft. I mean, the Stockwatch. Yeah, I also have to update all the stuff, so now a lot was just me getting catch up on stuff before the show actually starts. So Chelsea. So the consensus by a lot of people here is that Quinn will be going up by America's veto here. A lot of that's driven by how the episode went, where Quinn got a pretty massive edit, pretty negative edit at that. So it makes sense why the casuals want to put up, and I think the super fans also want to put them up, simply due to like the potential for the Quinn Tucker scenario, potential for some chaos here. I think also it'd just be funny to see Quinn get his comeuppance here, but I don't think it'll play out that way though. I think Quinn will go up, but I could easily see Quinn winning the AI Arena comp. So, and even if he's on the block against Tucker, I think he probably stays. Yeah, we are now about 15 minutes away from the start of the show. It should be pretty interesting. I think it could be a pretty boring night, but it could also be a somewhat interesting night, depending on. It really just comes down to how the AI Arena comp goes down. Who we're predicting will be known by America. It's looking very likely that Quinn will be put up. I think that's the broad consensus here from what I've seen on the online community. It seems like it makes a lot of sense for both super fans and casuals to do so. It's also who I voted for. I put all my votes on to Quinn. OPS on Cedric. Oops on Cedric. Yeah, I don't think this week went the way Cedric thought it would. Good choice on your votes. Yeah, I mean, I think personally, I think Quinn's probably. I feel like Quinn is the only person where him going up would make sense, or could create an interesting scenario against him against Tucker. I feel like everyone else, no matter if they're against Kenny or Tucker, I feel like they're pretty lock safe there. I can't really imagine them being taken out. Who do you think is the most likely pre-juror as of right now? Well, if we're ignoring the people on the block right now, I could see Angela going next week. Actually, no. I think Mackenzie and Leah are very likely targets next week. Because I feel like the thing about Angela is that she'll probably touch the block again, but I are just kind of fine with her. Like, I feel like she's lasted long enough to where she's kind of a non-threat. So Who's Cedric Hodges? Was that just that's just Jay Lee. Yeah, it's just Jay Lee. Okay. All right. We are now 10 minutes from the start of the show. Should be pretty exciting here. I put out a lot of questions this week. No DR since production should apologize to Rabina. No DR since episode 1. Yeah, that's a shame. Like, yeah, I think Gargan was the one to point out on the survey, but yeah, like Rabina's been like pretty purpled on the show, even though like she's been kind of relevant to the week's events where she was pretty close. She was considered a target this week by Cedric, and even now, like one of the reasons why Tucker is being targeted is due to his connection to Rabina. Like they're seeing Tucker and Rabina as like this tight duo. So, I mean, I think she'll probably get more focus here tonight. I can't really imagine them overlooking like the whole like Tucker Rabina showmance, I guess. So I don't know. I feel like it'll be more of a focus tonight. Also, I find it funny, like going through the poll results now, how Angela was a consensus for being the boot this week, and now she's not even on the block and can't be put on the block by America's Veto. Let's see. Okay, so this is a bit of an interesting result here. So, in terms of the boot here, so yeah, almost everyone said Angela. No one said Quinn. A couple of people said Kenny, and then one person said Tucker, but it's a duplicate, so they're not. They wouldn't get the point. So if Kenny goes tonight, then yeah, like a couple people are gonna be pretty happy with some points here. this is the boot. So we need Veto. Angela, Cedric, Kenny, Leah, Kenzie. I'll do this last one and then I'll take a break. About 10 people said Tucker would win the veto, which is kind of insane, but not unexpected. All right. I'll probably return to it a little later. All right. Okay, we are now just a few minutes away from the start of the episode, so time to turn it on my end. Refer to the screen, to the thing up here. First 48 have been revealed, and one of them seems to have been an alternate for 46. Yeah, I did see that. I saw the first 5 men, and I heard about that, though I haven't looked too much into who the alternate is. All right. Who do you personally want evicted tonight? Personally, I think Kenny should go. I think, I'm done with Kenny. He does nothing for me. But if we are talking about from a game standpoint, I think Tucker would be a fun downfall. Do I want Quinn to go? I think that's a big question. Do I actually want Quinn to be evicted here? My gut says no, because I think Quinn still has plenty to bring. Same thing with Tucker. So I don't know. I think Kenny's probably the answer because Kenny brings nothing to the show, and he's not bringing much to the show. He's not bringing much to the game. So yeah, I think that's probably my answer there. All right, so we have football on. Let's see. What station is Big Brother on? So where is Big Brother? Oh boy. That's not it. I'm using Paramount Plus to watch it, which is probably not the greatest thing to be using, but hey Will, how you doing? Um, hey Ace, how you doing? Jasmine, welcome aboard. Big question here. How do I watch Big Brother? Because right now I'm on Paramount Plus, and all I'm seeing is I'm seeing football. Probably, am I gonna have to pull out my Xfinity app? No. Let's go on the Reddit. I probably should have checked this before I started. Am I gonna have to grab my? Okay. Yeah, it's not on in my area. That is so annoying. All right. All right, let me just see if I can find a workaround here. All right. All right, let me. All right, I'm gonna see. I'm just gonna grab my other phone, see if I maybe see if that solves the problem. Let me be right back. All right. All right. Turn that down. All right. So I got the situation resolved. Yeah, I had to grab my other phone. Like, yeah, it's not playing on Paramount Plus, which is very annoying. So I had to grab my other phone, which has the my cable app on it. It's actually not on my current phone, like because I didn't get it over. And yeah. Oh, nope. Alright, let me just get this all hooked up. My headphones. Alright, it looks like it's good. Alright, we're all good. Alright. Sorry about that. There was a bit of a delay here, but we are just getting started here. Julie just did her introduction. We're getting now to the fallout of the veto meeting here. Let me see if I missed anything. This came a bit of a disappointment. Yeah, I think he's a bit of a disappointment. Like, he's not really much. To be fair, we did expect him to like not be the most active game player in the world, but I think he's definitely like underperformed even from that, where he's not even in that dominant of a position right now. Let's say Tucker won. Could he let Kenny come off the block? I don't think that's how it works. He should just throw it to Kenny at that point. No, I do not have a source, so I am not well versed in unofficial sources to watch in the US. I literally, for me, I had to get on my cable app because I normally use Paramount Plus, but I had to switch my phone because this phone has my cable app on it, while my regular phone, which has my Paramount Plus app, doesn't have it. So I had to switch my phone so I could get onto like one of the CBS, one of the other channels, because for whatever reason Paramount Plus didn't like, they have like multiple channels on their like watch live thing, but they didn't have the one that was playing Big Brother on it. Like, they had like several channels playing the football game, and then several channels playing like the news and stuff. So it was a bit annoying because of that. Anyway, all right, so now they're showing Cedric telling the Pentagon about like what Tucker's plan was before the veto ceremony. This is annoying. I had 20 people also had to vote for Quinn. Idiocracy forgetting we all live in the UK. That is tragic. Now we're showing Cedric telling Tucker that he had indeed told him to use the veto on himself. Brooklyn played this week as good, so good, putting the target on Tucker. I hate that she's kind of impressing me. She's friends with Aaron. Yeah, I think the Aaron connection is kind of unfortunate because Brooklyn seems like a fine person outside of that. But I don't know. I still feel like she's still a bit too passive, though. I feel like that's like the key problem with Brooklyn in my eyes. Now we have Brooklyn where Mackenzie going around wearing the America's Veto. Yeah, so now Cedric's being cornered by all these people. Oh, Angela. So now we're having a house meeting. Yeah, so we know this happened while the feeds were down for the veto meeting. So it looks like, so yeah, I'm guessing they had them do the normal ceremony first, then they scatter, and then they reconvened to have this meeting. I'm expecting a 7-person jury this time. Like, I feel like they don't have much reason to go back to a 9-person jury, so I'm expecting the pre-jury to be long again this year. Yeah, so right now we're having a house meeting where this is where Tucker exposes Chemo and Quinn. Hope not because of Cedric. Do you think Cedric's going home pre-jury? You need Cedric to make jury, or BB26 sucks. So yeah, I saw you. Yeah, I know. You're a big Cedric stan. Mm-hmm. I think Cedric could be out within like when Cameron got out last year, so like early jury, I take it before Zombie Week. I don't think we're getting Zombie Week this year. Thank God. Quinn is annoying. I don't want to be targeted unfairly. Uh, I mean, I get the argument that Quinn's annoying, like because he definitely feels like this squirmy nerd type that can be annoying at points. Also, that is a look that Tucker's rocking here. What is he? What's up with his hair? Quinn misused the power by his own actions. So I do think like again, like making the power public and basically leveraging it to give yourself HOH and force people to campaign for you. I don't think that's a bad strategy. Like I feel like if you were gonna use it, like if you're gonna like, I could see you like whipping it out like post veto on the week before you were gonna use it, and basically give yourself effectively a week and a half of HOH. But I do think Quinn misplayed it. I think he definitely made it like a half measure. I feel like by he wanted he wanted to keep it secret, but he also like told people about it. Like he told Tucker about it. He told Angela about it. He told Chemo about it. But then he didn't tell Cedric about it, even though they were supposed to have a final two, which obviously that blew up in his face. I think either way you play it, whether you keep it entirely secret or if you make it entirely public, I feel like those are probably the best ways you can do it. Like either way is fine, but I feel like the half measure is what got Quinn into trouble here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I misspoke. Yeah, so Chemo told Tucker about the power. That's right. Oh yeah. I stubbed my toe while I was grabbing my other phone, so it kind of hurts a little bit. We're getting a new Survivor commercial, so we're starting to see more of these people now, slowly but surely. If Cedric leaves, King Chemo Do you think Chemo's got it into late game? I think Chemo's pretty safe right now. Um, I don't see what Cedric would have to do with that. Like, I don't feel like Cedric is particularly coming after Chemo. Anyway, we're back from commercial now. All right, now we're gonna see Quinn do some damage control here. Casuals and BB fans vote Quinn, so it's pretty likely Quinn's going on the block. I agree. Quinn is probably going up. Last episode, the show is heavily dunking on Quinn. Yes. Does Quinn think he's going up? I believe so. Like, I believe even within the house, like a lot of the talk, the other day was about how they think Quinn's probably gonna be voted up due to like the house meeting and everything. So I think even I think even they are sensing that Quinn's probably going up. I'm sure somehow Quinn doesn't go up as Joseph. Yeah, that was another thing people were talking about. They think Joseph was another contender. I think Joseph, he hasn't been getting the greatest hit in the world. Like, he's kind of under the radar, and when he is getting content, like, it's not particularly great. But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Are the casuals going to think that much about Joseph, though? Especially compared to Quinn? Which, by the way, like, that episode yesterday, it's like, Quinn was, like, the only person, like, that was, like, eligible to get votes that got, like, a sizable edit in this past episode because yeah, like, I feel like everyone else, like Kenny got a decent amount of content last night. Tucker got a decent amount of content last night. Obviously, Cedric got a decent amount of content last night. Like, I feel like a lot of the DRs went to people that were say not eligible to be voted for. So really, it was just Quinn that kind of stood out there. I mean, Chemo did get a brief scene like at the beginning telling Tucker about the power, but I feel like aside from that, I feel like it's not really enough. Like, I feel like most of the heat fell onto Quinn there. I think Joseph was possible until America Lopez started pushing Cam as the nom and her fans started splitting the vote. Oh, was that a thing? I mean, I could see America wanting Cam to go up. Anyway, Joseph's getting some content. Speaking of the devil, he's kind of getting some. He's kind of getting some Dodo content of him. Like, they're just showing off his karate. Anyway, now we're getting Tucker talking with Cam, T Core, Cedric. Yeah, so it looks like this is with all the Andersons. Was Rubina in the? No, this is Chelsea. My bad. No, he's just talking about the three C's. My bad. If Angela was eligible, she would have. Oh yeah, like 1,000%. Angela would have gone up if she could have gotten votes. Yeah, so I watched the episode last night with my mom. Like, my mom's a casual and she hates Angela, which is expected, considering the edge she's gotten. But yeah, like she was pretty upset when Angela had the veto used on her. So yeah, now we're having another Tucker Cedric fight. Except for you don't talk to me. This is a funny conversation. Ask your mom her opinions on Cedric. I mean, I might like. My impression is like she thinks Cedric is okay. Like, yeah, I don't know if she has particularly strong opinions on Cedric. Like, he's just kind of there. We're probably gonna go back to commercial. All right, time to reveal the results. 5 million votes were cast here. All right. Yeah, everyone's like dressed up in their competition gear. Long pause. All right. There we have it. Quinn is the third nominee. That is not unexpected at all. All right. I'll do it like this. All right, there we go. No, not unexpected. All right. Everyone was so shocked by America in the house. Again, like they talked about Quinn going up. Like I don't think it's that big of a shock. Yeah, he did look like he was expecting it. Tucker thinks he has the votes against Quinn. Well, that's Tucker for you. Anyway, we're going back to commercial now. If you're just joining us, we just found out that Quinn is the third nominee with 5 million votes cast by America. Who do you think is the main character of BB26? Main character, I believe it was Cedric. I believe Cedric, as of last night, Cedric had the most DRs. Yeah, so I believe Gargan has been keeping a DR count. Yeah, so this is Gargan's chart that they put together. Yeah, this is after last night's episode. So they had Cedric at 61, Andel 59, Chelsea at 47. Actually, that's a lot for Chelsea. But it's weird because like I feel like Quinn is kind of getting like the main character edit. It feels like he's like gotten the most like strategic content. I feel like, But I feel like, again, look at the DR count. Like, I guess Cedric makes a lot of sense here. Angela's been a massive character. Kenny's been on the block now multiple times. Tucker's been getting a decent amount of content here. So yeah, that's what the DR count is looking like. Cedric's the main character. Sure. Is the AI arena live? Yes, it is. Yeah, we're currently getting this currently commercial. They're currently getting set up for the comp, which will play out right after the commercial break. Is Quinn leaving possible though? So I think there's a sliver of a chance. I know Taryn talked about this on the live feed update today, but like he basically like if so basically Kenny when you have to win, and then there had to be like a lot of chaos where it's like we all know Tucker's gonna like make a very aggressive campaign in like those 2 minutes that Julie gives them. And depending on how that scramble goes, there's a chance like there are definitely people that are not completely against voting out Quinn under certain circumstances. Though I personally feel like it's not likely to happen. Like I wouldn't bank on it. I would expect Tucker or Kenny to go home here. Is she looking at who's winning? So again, like obviously Tucker's been like a very capable competitor. Like won last week's AI Arena Comp, won the Veto, and obviously Quinn is someone who's been propped up as pretty athletic. He obviously won the Upgrade Comp, but like aside from that, I feel like he hasn't really been tested that much. And then you have Kenny, who's like, I don't know if he tries. I think it'll come down to what the comp is. Anyway, we're now back from commercial here. All right, let's see what this comp looks like. All right, so there looks like there's like this like thing you have to fill up, which is kind of worrying. Could be a physical comp. All right, so they're inside like these like containers. All right, let's see what this looks like. It's like a ball comp. I'm guessing it's like a. I'm guessing the balls were gonna float in the air or something. All right, so looks like it's gonna be semi-physical comp here. All right, so they had to grab all the red balls and put them into the cup. So what happens if you put like a wrong ball in there? Oh, okay, so you can continue. All right, here we go. Time for the comp. All right. All right, we are underway here. All right, right now they're all just grasping for balls here. No one's really gotten any yet. All right, Tucker's the first to strike here. Kenny has one as well. Tucker's off to a quick start here, having 5 red balls already. Kenny still has just one though. Yeah, Tucker's just going right through this. Yeah, Quinn's kind of fumbling this. but things have stalled. Tucker has some more balls here. Yeah, right now Tucker has a sizable lead here, though Quinn's getting some more balls. Yeah, Tucker's like over halfway now. Like none of the others are really close. Yeah, Kenny just has 3 right now. Yeah, Tucker's about to win this. Like it's not even close. Yeah, he just needs a couple more. All right. He just needs one more. And with that, Tucker has won the AI Arena comp. He called his own bluff, and he has taken himself off the block here. All right, let me just rearrange these. All right. And with that, it is now Kenny versus Quinn on the block here. All right. All right. Can't say I'm mad with this outcome. Like, I do think Tucker will bring for some interesting TV here moving forward. All right, we are currently commercial here. It's probably going to be 9-2. So I do think Quinn will probably get some votes here against him. I think Mackenzie's the most likely person to vote against him, as she's like the most ardently so. Um, I think Leah could also be interesting. No, I don't think Leah vote. I think Leah probably considers voting out Quinn over Tucker, but I think against Kenny she should vote to keep Quinn because what incentive does she have to keep Kenny? But I do think I think Mackenzie's clearly a vote against Quinn here. And I think looking at the other votes, I think Leah's the only other person that would consider voting out Quinn in this spot, but I just don't think she'll do it. To be fair, even Mackenzie, like I think even she could potentially vote out Kenny here just to save face, knowing that Quinn has the power. But you never know. And then obviously Tucker. I think Tucker's a vote against Quinn as well. So I think Tucker's a locked vote against Quinn. Mackenzie's probably a vote. And Leah's maybe a third, but even that I don't think it. So yeah, I think 9-2 makes a lot of sense here. Rip Kenny. Kenny Kelly, aka Sweet Kenny K. Kenny leaves, let's say, how bad is he compared to Matt and Lisa? He's bad. Yeah, again, I do think the bottom of the power player ranking at the end of the season is going to be very interesting here. Again, I think the boot order just kind of makes sense here because say what you will about Kenny, he did at least survive the block in week 1. He at least survived the block in week 1 against Matt, and he did win Veto in a spot where he wasn't even the target there, or not the main target, I should say. So I don't know. I think those things are just enough to where he's above Matt and Lisa, but he's really bad. Like I think that bottom 3 should be pretty solidified. Oh yeah, that's right. Angela could vote out Quinn too. I forgot about Angela. I don't think Ravina votes Quinn. I think she's pretty locked in there. Though to be fair, like Angela is also like Angela's not a very big Kenny fan either, so she could vote out Kenny here. Anyway, I guess I can continue to update the polls. Anywho, I just have so many these questions. Anyway, we are back now for commercial here. So if you're just joining us, Tucker has won the AI Arena Comp for the second week in a row, meaning he has now won 3 competitions over the season. And now it is Kenny versus Quinn on the block, where Kenny is expected to be voted out here. Now, we were talking about this at the commercial. There should be some votes against Quinn here, namely Tucker, possibly Angela. Mackenzie's also pretty likely vote against Quinn here, but every other vote should be against Kenny here, though we'll see what happens. Tucker still kind of sucks in my opinion. I hate. Yeah, it sucks. Like, though I think to be fair, I feel like if it wasn't for the A Arena comp, he probably doesn't use the veto the way he did. Because I think the thing about Tucker is like I think a big reason why he left himself up was because he had a ton of faith that he could just win the comp, which to be fair he did. But yeah, this just paints an even bigger target on his back now. Anyway, they're now showing Tucker having won the comp here. So yeah, he doesn't. So yeah, so let's see. He has like a mohawk. Like he also has some sideburns going on. Like it's a look here. He has. Yeah, he's about to be like the Cameron. Yeah, that's yeah. So I think at this point, like you're gonna have to try to backdoor him, or at least as much as you can, considering. And Angela, they're showing Angela again. All right, now time for the campaigning here. Yeah, Angela's very happy that Tucker's here. There is no third new nominee. You mean for next week? So I think next week it's probably gonna be like Angela. It'll probably be like Angela, Tucker, and either Mackenzie. Oh, I guess we're not doing the campaigning. Okay, so we're just getting right into the vote here. So now we're getting right into the speeches. All right, now they're just making their speeches. Doesn't really matter that much. All right. All right, that was kind of awkward. Yeah, he did bring him a Marikori. Uh-huh. All right, time to vote. We got Tucker casting the first vote here. He seems like he could be a vote for Quinn here. All right, Tucker is a vote for Quinn here. Julie had to ask for an extra clarification here. All right, T-Core is up next. She should be a vote for Kenny here, especially in this scenario. All right, T-Core is a vote for Kenny here. Next, we have Angela. This is another potential vote for Quinn here, and with her being pretty early up, this could mean she's voting Quinn. Yeah, she's just really emotional here. Oh no, she is a vote for Kenny. All right. Next up, we have Chelsea here. She should be a vote for Kenny here. Yeah, they're just sucking up to Julie right now. All right, Chelsea is a vote for Kenny here. We got 3 votes on Kenny, 1 vote on Quinn. All right, we're going to commercial now. You sadly 2 vote. 10-1 Kenny. Again, I think Mackenzie could be interesting here, but yeah, I mean, I think 10-1 makes sense. 9-2 if Mackenzie jumps on makes sense. But yeah, it's not looking good for Kenny here. Thank God Kenny's leaving. Anywho, I think Mackenzie's gonna vote safe. For Quinn to go only because it'd be funny fall from grace, but Kenny also helps my boot list. Yeah, Kenny has to go. Like I feel like at this point it's like even with how funny the Quinn downfall would be, Kenny like I'm done with Kenny. Like he has to go. Um, there's so many here. And we are still a commercial here, waiting for the votes to commence. Currently have Kenny and Quinn sitting on the block here, with Kenny seeming to be the likely evictee here, though obviously we'll see whether it is a 10-1 or a 9-2 vote potentially. All right, we are back now from commercial. Kenny is a waste of casting choice. He deserves nothing but to quit. Kenny for Survivor 49. All right, Tucker volunteered for the block to be only for Kenny to leave. So funny. Yeah, it's not ideal. Mackenzie is now voting here. Here we go. All right, MJ is a vote for Kenny. So it's looking like a 10-1 here. Either Tucker, Angela, Mackenzie, or Leah go home next up. Yeah, those seem like the likely options here. Anywho, we're getting Brooklyn now up to vote here. She should be a vote for Kenny. All right. Brooklyn is a vote for Kenny. One more should do it. All right, one more should do it. All right, we got Rabina. Should be a vote for Kenny here, but you never know. All right, that does it. Kenny is going home. Yeah, it is probably gonna be pretty awkward. All right, Cam's up here. All right, there's a vote for Kenny here. All right, Chemo is up here. All right, that's another Kenny vote. Joseph just called her Chenbot. All right, that's a vote for Kenny here. And finally, we got Leah. All right, and that does it. I'll just do it like this. All right, that does it. Kenny will be evicted in a 10-1 vote here. Now it's time to announce the results. Mm-hmm. Well, he finally got his wish. Yeah. So Tucker just again, I think the eyes are on Tucker here. See his reaction. We haven't really seen much of Tucker. We saw him go out to hug Kenny and Quinn. He seems fine. What a pathetic showing. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, he was a dud this season. I think, yeah, now is a good time for him to leave. You didn't expect Kenny to leave coming into this week. Yeah, it is kind of insane that Kenny ended up leaving on Cedric's HOH. Like, it seemed like Cedric is actually someone he had one of the better relationships with. But again, he just kept like wanting to quit and everything. I should definitely update the. I'll update the. I'll update like the draft and stuff first. Yeah, I gotta update stuff. So first up, we have the pool. Um, Leah. Skyra said Mackenzie. Ara said Leah. No, Ara said, yeah, yeah. Cam, Mackenzie. Blaze Big Kenny. Okay, so Steven Pitts, Quinn. Picked Tucker. I picked Mackenzie by the end of it. No, Steven switched to Mackenzie. Cedric. Okay, so Drala and Blaze. Anyway, we're back from commercial now. We're getting to the Kenny interview here. Yeah, Julie is just kind of ripping into him right now for wanting to quit. How embarrassing. Yeah, he just didn't care about playing the game. I agree. The show mocked his mood swings. It was that bad. Statistics say whoever wins POV goes home the week afterwards. Yeah, that is true. That is a trend that's happening on this season. So Tucker could leave in week 4. That's right. We got ourselves a special episode. Oh. Oh, she's talking about the actual vote. Of one another. All right. All right, so that was the episode. Again, pretty standard stuff. Like I can't say it was too mind blowing. Again, I think even though it's kind of a boring outcome, I do think Kenny leaving is probably like good for the season long term. I feel like he just had to go. You know, like I feel like the whole shtick of him like I want to leave, but then it's like I want to play the competitions. It's like it was just getting annoying. Big Brother's funded by the DNC, I guess. Vote now. Yeah. Right now I'm just updating the games. I realized I screwed up last week with the scores for yeah, it was for Ace. Yeah, I messed up Ace's thing. Yeah. All right, so let's just update the game now. So 14th place. Two, two. What? Hold on. Yeah, it should be 2 points. So interesting. No one had a perfect Kenny pick, but like we all like were hovering around him being like the first or second boot. Yes. I should probably update. I should move some things. So the score actually doesn't change that much in the bootless game, which is funny. Yeah, it's mostly minor changes here. No. 8, 8, 9, 12, 12, 16. Yeah, Adrala got destroyed here with their Kenny pick. Everyone was sick of Kenny threatening to quit. I think, yeah, even production got sick of him threatening to quit. Like, yeah, because like, didn't they give him a warning telling him that they were gonna pull him if he didn't stop talking about wanting to quit all the time? I think that was a thing. So yeah, I was fed up with it too. They comes not gonna be a thing anymore because Jules today something new happened. Oh yeah, like so my prediction was that it was going to be like week 4 was gonna be the last week that was gonna like one more week and then they're gonna stop doing the AI Arena comp because yeah you figure like the America's Veto and the Deepfake HOH those were good for the first 4 weeks, so I assumed like the AI Arena comp was only gonna be around for like that section of the game. Bootlists are gonna fall apart with Tucker and Cam being first for like half of us. Uh yes, like so I think Cam should again. Cam will probably make it a couple more weeks, I think, without being I mean, he's definitely like in a precarious spot, and I feel like I feel like there are definitely other fish to fry right now. But like I could see him being targeted within the next like 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, and then Tucker, like Tucker's like is Tucker like yeah he's like Cameron in a lot of ways from last season, or like Frank from BB14. Like he's just like on the bottom now, and like he's just banking on winning competitions all the time now. Like that's pretty much his strategy at this point. You have yeah, you have Tucker in 7th. Well, that's actually better than me. I have Tucker in 3rd, which yeah, yeah, I'm definitely not winning the bootless game. Mainly because I thought Lisa was gonna be a final 2 goat, and that kind of screwed me up. But but yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna get ugly. I think the bootless game is gonna get ugly. Angela week 1 noms leaving back to back to back. Yeah, that is a thing. That is a thing that has happened. Um, yeah, I still have to update all the polling stuff. So this is America's Veto. Cam, Chelsea, Joseph, Chemo, Leah, Quinn, Rubina, T-Core. Yeah, I think this was like an overwhelming like vote for Quinn here. I think I had 19 people. Yep, 19. Yeah, just so many. I just remove Lisa. So I think the ruling here for the Best Buy that was Brooklyn and Chelsea for Best Buy. everything. I did get lucky. I saw Matt's interview and thought he'd be a decent player. You didn't think he'd be a decent player? I don't like that Quinn's position has deteriorated so quickly. He was one of my favorites coming into the game, and I hate to see him leave. Yeah, I think Quinn definitely brings some things to the season, but I feel like he is a pretty sloppy player. Is that everyone? Okay. And then, yeah, the AI Arena comp, right? A lot of questions here. All right. So I think that's pretty much all that I have. I'm going to continue working on the polling questions and then update the results there. Did anyone else have anything they wanted to add before I log off? Well, yeah, that was an interesting episode. Obviously, we'll be back again next week. New HOH, new noms, new targets, new everything. But yeah, glad you all could join us, and yeah, I'll be back again next week. See ya.